We're ready to go. Game 2 of this series between the surprising Chicago Bulls and the Detroit Pistons. And here's the way they'll line up for the ball game tonight, and no surprises there. The two youngsters, Grant and Pippen, have really come into their own in the recent weeks, and that partially accounts for Chicago's great play. Of course, Michael Jordan has to figure in that too, and Detroit goes with the lineup that they have sent to the floor. Doug Collins doing a heck of a job coaching the Chicago team in the playoffs. And another fine coach for Detroit, Chuck Daly. Here are your referees as assigned by the NBA, and three veterans, three good ones. Earl Strom, Mike Mathis, and Bill Saar will call the game.
I'll tell you, Skip, talking about that starting lineup for Detroit, don't be surprised if Chuck Daly makes a move to his bench earlier in tonight's game. He has not been happy with the defensive effort by this starting unit and felt that the Pistons have gotten off to some slow starts. Now, it's a double-edged sword because the quicker unit, the defensive unit, plays into the hands of the Bulls, who would like to get the tempo a little bit quicker than the Pistons might like. So we'll see what happens in that matchup.
Tip won by Detroit. Mahorn to Lane Beer, and that's the way it starts, a two-point basket. Pistons have the lead. Chicago up the floor, and you know who that fella is. Pippen against Aguirre. Hodges stolen away by Mahorn. Isaiah Thomas stops. Lane Beer for three. No. Grant with the rebound. Outlet to Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan. Pass to Aguirre, yes.
Now, one thing, this is like game 2 against New York, the same situation that the Bulls are in. There's going to be a big emotional surge by the Pistons in the crowd here, and if the Bulls can sustain themselves for the first half of the ball game, it could make things very interesting and exciting.
Isaiah thought about it, didn't do it. Joe Dumars, and it's 4-2 Detroit. Jordan up the floor. Here's Craig Hodges. And away from the ball, a whistle. Aguirre takes a pass in the back of the net. A horn is called for the foul away from the ball. Collins with play instructions, and Pippen will inbound at 10:59 left, first quarter. Barry and Carey from Detroit. Hodges against Thomas. Horace Grant well away from the hoop. They post up Cartwright. He wheels, fumbles it away, keeps it alive to Hodges. Jordan almost over and back, but he got across the line in time. His three-pointer is no good. The tip is no good. Cartwright keeps it alive. Grant to Pippen. Two-point try, yes. And again, second shots for Chicago, Rick.
Exactly, and Scottie Pippen, just watching his shooting form, has really gained his confidence. Whereas he would even look to shoot that shot a month or so ago. Now he's looking to take the shot whenever he's open.
It's 4-4. Dumars fakes. Finds Lambier low. That's spiked away and out of bounds by Jordan.
That's what makes Michael so tough. Not only is he a great defender on his man, he does such great things helping, coming off from the weak side, from the strong side, from almost anywhere. Here it is again. Now watch, coming into your picture, here comes Michael. He sees the pass inside, right over, times it, and unfortunately for the Bulls, it went out of bounds.
Meanwhile, back live, Joe Dumars misses a three-point try, and Pippen has the rebound. Chicago can take its first lead of the night. Jordan dribbles the perimeter, great pass. Grant lays it up but misses. Mark Aguirre. 4-4 with 9:50. Thomas.
Just what Chuck Daly talked about. Don't just look for the outside jumper against him. Use some of your quickness. Go to the basket. Try to get Michael in some foul trouble. Make him work harder.
Jordan drives under the hoop. Gets Pippen the open jump. It won't go. And the rebound, Joe Dumars. Ahead to Isaiah. He's got Aguirre with him. Takes it himself. Spectacular shot. 8-4 Detroit with 9:20 left in the quarter. Jordan slows the tempo of the game, crosses the line. Cartwright in the low post over Mahorn. Missed badly. Rebound, Jordan. Oh, he just does so many things.
Well, he's around, and you have to be in position to get plays like that. I mean, if you're not going in under the basket, you're not going to get those type of plays. Mismatch inside.
And they get the ball to Lane Beer against Hodges. Almost stolen away by Pippen. 5 on the shot clock. Laimbeer long. Rebound Grant. Pippen is decked, but gets to his feet. Jordan behind a Grant pick. He came down before he passed it and walked. Here comes Isaiah. 8-6, 8:25 left first quarter. Detroit with the lead and the ball. An errant pass by Thomas. Pippen ahead to Jordan. Intended for Hodges. He had pulled up. Jordan led him. And the turnover gives the ball back to Detroit. Chuck Daly wants motion as his team attacks. And he gets an Isaiah jump shot. Boy, they need that.
Well, of course, see, he got 2 easy baskets inside. That'll do wonders for your outside shooting confidence.
Pippen drives and scores.
Bill Laimbeer got hit. I think he got the funny bone on his hand, and that sends a shooting pain down your hand all the way to your fingertips. Bill's asking to come out of the game.
And James Edwards will check in.
Detroit will take a
20-second timeout is called by Detroit, and the story now is Bill Laimbeer.
Now remember, he had a dislocated shoulder, a separated shoulder, or dislocated at one time in last year. So we'll see what happens. We got a timeout right now, though.
They make it a full timeout for Detroit. Timeout on the floor. 7:42 left. Detroit by 2, but they've sustained an injury.
Well, here on our Under the Basket, because we can't put it behind the backboard camera, we see Bill Laimbeer. Watch the left arm. He's going to throw a shot back right there. When he put it back, it looks like he may have hit on the elbow, which send the pains down the hand. I don't know if you've ever hit your elbow real hard, Skip, but boy, that hurts like crazy.
We used
all the way down and get the fingers. And
used to call it the crazy bone. I don't know if that's what happened to him, but we'll get word as soon as we can. Game 2 will be Phoenix and Los Angeles.
You know
Cotton
what?
Fitzsimmons, by the way, Sporting News Coach of the Year. That was named today.
Yeah, 2 great Johnson & Johnson there. A pretty good combination. So it's James Edwards in now for Bill Laimbeer. But we talked about the emotional surge, Skip. One thing about it, it's not going to be as severe as it was in New York because the Knicks want to play an up-tempo game, and that really helps get the adrenaline flowing. The crowd gets into it. The Pistons like to slow it down a little bit more, and as a result, I don't see too many of it here. As far as when the Knicks played in that ball game, they had that emotional surge, and the Pistons is not quite as severe.
James Edwards, of course, has checked in. Isaiah finally misses. He's now 3 of 4. Cartwright the rebound ahead to Hodges. Hodges on the drive, blocked away. Can it be saved? No. He stepped on the line before he leaped. So Chicago will inbound on the side of the floor with a chance to tie, and 7:19 left. Laimbeer is still in plenty of pain on the Detroit bench. Michael Jordan in control. Grant. Here comes Isaiah. Still 10-8. Deflected away. It winds up in Dumas' lap. Off balance. Draws the foul as he missed. Shoots 2. Hodges got it. By the way, in game 2 of our doubleheader, that Phoenix Lakers game, Bob Neal, Steve Jones will have a fight. Free throw is good by Dumars. Magic Johnson, the MVP in the league. How could you vote against him? But then again, how could you vote against Michael Jordan? It's tough.
I'll take that backcourt.
Yeah. Foul will be against either Mahorn or Edwards. It's on Mahorn. No, check it. It's on Edwards. His first. Grant inbounds, and Jordan brings it up. 11-8. That's our score. Pippen against Aguirre. Grant and Edwards bang in the pivot. Pippen puts it on the floor. Hodges with it. Jordan spins, off balance jump, won't go. Rebound, another second shot opportunity. No, it's lost out of bounds by Chicago. Isaiah attacks in a hurry. Jordan plays it. He jumps in, banks it up and in. He's 4 out of 5 from the field. It's 13-8 Detroit. Jordan couldn't get a shot away. Nobody near Pippen, and he bangs it home.
That's what's making the Bulls so much tougher. They have more people to shoot the outside shot when they go to double Michael, and Michael is unselfish, and he finds the open man.
Aguirre has it knocked away, gets it back. He's in a terrible mess. In desperation, he shoots and misses. Rebound, Cartwright ahead to Grant. Here comes Hodges. Good pass. Grant can't shoot, hands it right to Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah has been the focal point of this game. 5:40 left, first quarter. Dumars spins and a foul on Hodges.
See Michael being so much more, Isaiah being so much more aggressive against Michael. Here's Michael with the good defense. Isaiah feeling the confidence now, tries to take him inside. Tough shot. He's going to shoot right here as he just goes up and catch Michael a little flat-footed. Caught Michael a little flat-footed. Michael wasn't able to elevate, and good aggressive move by Isaiah Thomas. He's made 3 of them already against Michael.
2 fouls on Hodges. John Paxson takes his place for Chicago and plays Isaiah. Isaiah directing traffic. Edwards turns and jumps. No, rebound Grant. That's normally Edwards' shot. 5:20 left in the first quarter. 13-10 Detroit. Jordan. Paxson. Cartwright. 8 on the timer. Cartwright wheels. Double pumps. With the right hand he got. A 1-point Detroit game with 5 minutes left. Detroit won every regular season game against these guys. Isaiah drew the foul, shoots 2.
And he drew the foul against Michael Jordan. So obviously he's paid attention to what Chuck Daly requested of him, because he has been extremely aggressive against Michael and going to the basket.
First foul on Jordan. Third team foul. 4:48 left in the quarter. Thomas makes the first. A concerned Chuck Daly looks on.
And Chuck's concerned even when his team has won 3 games in a series and has a 3-game 30-point lead.
Isaiah 1 out of 2. Paxson. Grant pops one home from about 18 feet.
You know, I'll tell you one thing. You could just see, Skip, the Chicago team has so much more confidence. I really believe that 2 weeks ago, the game on Sunday, they would never have won 2 weeks ago. They just didn't have the confidence and the poise to pull that one off.
Dumars has a knock loose. 10 on the shot clock. We're tied at 14. We're still tied at 14. Detroit can't get an offensive rebound. Grant has 6 boards already.
That's why we may see a few changes, Sally and Rodman.
Chicago will inbound on the end line. Chicago is on a 6-1 run. 4:05 left in the quarter. Lane Beer is coming back into the game, and here comes Rodman as Rick anticipated. Aguirre goes out for Rodman. Grant, the trigger man. Can he get it in? Yes. Scottie Pippen with it against Rodman. Paxson jumps over Thomas and drills it. A 2-point hoop. He's a good shooter if you give him that split second. 16-14 Chicago. 3:50 left. Still 16-14. Dumars stays cold. Here comes Jordan. 4-3. No. Rodman. Outlet to Dumars. Good pass to Isaiah, but he's 1 on 3. Lane Beer checks it out and leaves it short. There's Michael Jordan again.
Pistons have gone ice cold here.
Cartwright. Mahorn kept it alive, but Grant comes out of there with it and a whistle, and a timeout is called by Chicago. Timeout on the floor with 3:17 left in the quarter, and the Bulls have taken the lead. We'll be back.
Central Division champion shares on Palace Concession Stand.
(16-14), Chicago has the lead, and the battle on the boards, all Chicago, huh, Rick?
Sure has. 14-4 in favor of Chicago, 4-0 on the offensive end. That's what Chuck Daly was concerned about, and he has good reason to still be concerned. Grant has 7 rebounds for Chicago.
Cartwright and Mahorn bang away at one another. Cartwright gets the ball and walks, and the ball goes back to Detroit.
So I think when Bill gets the ball down in there, Skip, especially with Mahorn guarding him, he should immediately take it, take a little move into the middle, shoot a little hooker or something, because Mahorn's not going to block his shot. The more he holds the ball and wastes time, that gives the defense a chance to come in and focus in on him if he tries to make a move.
Less than 3 minutes left in a low-scoring first quarter. Pippen tries to deny Isaiah the ball. Paxson has him now. 7 on the timer. 3, 2, and a whistle. Illegal defense, Chicago. At the conclusion of the game, Rick will be selecting the Miller Lite player of the game. He doesn't know who that will be yet, but he will later, so stay tuned. Dennis Rodman inbounds. Isaiah Thomas with it. Thomas beats Jordan, hangs in the air, but has it stripped away. Paxson with it. Ahead of the pack, Pippen against Mahorn. Jams it home. Chicago 18-14. They've scored 10 of the last 11 points in the game. First quarter blues still plague Detroit. Mahorn. Thomas. Rodman. Goes to the hole but missed the layup. Rebound Cartwright. Lead pass Paxson. Pippen in three-point country to Grant. 17-footer, went 18. Rebound Laimbeer. Still 18-14. 4.5 minutes since Detroit scored a field goal. Dave Corzine about to check in for Chicago. Vinnie Johnson for Detroit. Isaiah for 3. Got it. Isaiah has 12 of their 17 points. 1:35 left in the quarter. 18-17. Chicago lead. Cartwright from 8 and a foul.
And there he made the quick move that time, but he did bring it to the middle where defense could have come to help, but he still got it off quick enough, and that's the type of plays the Bills should be making all night long.
Now John Salley will check into the game.
Now watch the pass coming in here as Cartwright has position, catches it. He could have gone quickly right to the baseline, would have been wide open. He took it back in. Fortunately for him, Rodman did not get a hand on the ball and still dropped it in. A chance for the three-point play.
Second foul on Mahorn. Charles Davis into the game for Chicago. John Salley checks in for the Pistons. Cartwright converts the three-point play, and it's 21-17 with 1:20 left in the quarter.
And you got to be worried if you're Chuck Daly. They're playing a Piston-type game, and the Bulls are leading.
Thomas threw it away, and out of there is Jordan. He's got Paxson and Davis with him. He doesn't need him. 23-17.
Now that was a hopeless try on the part of Bill Laimbeer, and I'm surprised he didn't call a foul. There's a lot of contact on that play.
Must be a lonesome feeling.
Helpless.
53 seconds in the quarter. Thomas drives again. Lays it up short. Rebound Rodman. 23-19. 45 seconds left. Jordan deliberately up the floor. Rodman plays him now. Jordan stops. Down goes Rodman. Jordan misses. There's another rebound. This one by Cartwright. Paxson with it now, and they'll play for the final shot. They'll have to shoot it with 3 seconds left in the quarter. 10 on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good if it goes. It won't. Rodman's desperation shot goes out of bounds at the buzzer. At the end of one, Chicago has the lead. It's 23-19. We'll be back to the Palace right after this.
Well, just watch this play and the great ability of Michael Jordan. Tell me if you think this is a foul, folks. Think there's a little contact there. Let's watch it from a different angle. No foul being called in this play. Michael turns around. He can't believe it. There goes the tongue flying, and there goes the man himself flying. Lambier has no chance. Look at boom, body, arm, no foul.
You've been around this league long enough to know the rule. No fracture, no foul.
Well, speaking of fractures, I want to wish Phil Jackson's mom get well soon. She fell down, broke 2 bones in one of her legs after she just visited him. So, Elizabeth, get well soon from your son.
And we're looking at the Minute Maid Orange soft drink stance, and I join you in that sentiment. The second quarter gets underway. Detroit scored 17 points in the first quarter Sunday, 19-9. And they're losing again. Hodges ahead to Dave Corzine. Davis with it. He's not a Vanderbilt. Scottie Pippen handles the ball. Jordan takes a rest, and Paxson takes a shot. And another second effort. Davis. No, another third effort. Corzine. Davis. That won't go, and the rebound, Isaiah Thomas. Thomas up the floor against Hodges. John Sally. Nope. Lambier battles for it. Can't control it. Corzine is on the deck, and a jump ball is the call. Corzine and Sally.
Well, a quick team in there now other than Lambier for the Detroit Pistons. And, of course, Michael Jordan on the bench resting now for Chicago. So this is some valuable time that the Bulls are trying to gain here. See if they can maintain that 4-point advantage.
Vinnie Johnson comes away with a tip. He fades and fires. Got it. His first shot is successful. It's 23-21. We've played just over a minute of the second quarter. Jordan and Cartwright on the bench for Chicago. Corzine can't unload. Does not a Paxson. He finds Hodges for 2. Got him. The basket is good. And now a whistle by Mike Mathis.
He's telling the players underneath to just knock it off, watch what you're doing. There was a little extracurricular activity between John Sally and Davis.
Vinnie Johnson front court, 25-21. Chicago with the lead. Vinnie with a layup.
And Chicago with no interior defense that time as the players got their heads turned and weren't aware of court balance.
Tactical foul has been called here on John Sally, I think, but let's wait and see.
They're throwing an elbow, hitting someone.
Well, let's see who it is.
Technical foul on the twice number 40.
No, it's on Lambier. An elbowing foul.
He said when he was running up the floor, he signaled to Bill. He said you threw a forearm shiv going up the floor.
Paxson obliges with a free throw.
Skip, the Pistons have only had 4 points out of their front line so far in this ball game.
The guards let them down Sunday, and so far the front line can't get it done today. Hodges with the inbounds to Paxson. Pressure by Detroit. Paxson finds Pippen in the forecourt. Pippen against Rodman. They go to the double team. The open man, Hodges from the corner, won't go. Lambier, the rebound. Isaiah front court. Into the lane, drew the foul, shoots 2.
Let's see if we can pick up Bill Lambier at the end of this play. Number 40 in the white. He's going to come into the picture, right part of the screen. And it's going to happen when he comes down the court. Now here he goes down the court, right there. That's the foul. That's the one they call. I don't think that it was. I think he just bumped him. That was not an intentional throwing of the forearm. But again, they have a reputation. And when that happens, you're going to be watched a lot more closely.
Craig Hodges has picked up his third foul.
They tried to blame the injury to Larry Shishkoviak on him, and he wasn't anywhere near him. Sam Vincent in the ball game.
With the 3 fouls, Hodges goes out. Detroit just 2 of 5 at the foul line. 13 for Isaiah Thomas. 26-24 with 9:55 left till halftime. Craig Sager will have all the other NBA news for you when we reach the break. Vincent works against Vinnie Johnson. 26-24 Chicago. Pippen against Rodman. Corzine comes high. Over Lane Beer. Nowhere near. Rebound. Rodman finally. He gets hit in the eye.
He traveled. Now, I'll tell you, if they really wanted to say something, before he asked for a timeout and get 20 from the official, Rodman traveled with the ball. That could be critical if that's a severe injury to Dennis Rodman. Let's watch again. You'll just see an inadvertent slap in the face. Right here, the reach-in's going to come by Sam Vincent as the ball goes to Rodman, right with the finger, caught him right in the eye. You see him having to grab it. Now watch. Well, you see, he would have picked the ball up, but then he took a step or two with it without dribbling. But I think it was smart on the official to not call the traveling, because the man was injured.
Rodman leaves the game. Mark Aguirre checks back in. He's been quiet to this point. He's pointless. Mahorn is pointless. Liam Beer has 2. Rodman has 2. That's it for the front line. Aguirre's tried just 1 shot and he missed it. 9:28 left in the quarter. And the half. Chicago by 2. Here comes Vinny again. He drew the foul and missed the shot. And they keep pounding it inside with it.
But again, the Bulls are getting some valuable rest from Michael Jordan. They had a 4-point lead when he went down to sit, and they still have a 2-point lead, and they may be tied right now, but you have to figure that's a real advantage if you don't fall way behind with your key player resting.
Vinny makes the first. As good as Michael Jordan is, and boy, he is good. I think the difference is that some of these other guys coming into their own.
They're gaining confidence. I think the biggest acquisition for them is getting Craig Hodges, giving them another good outside shooter, enabling Doug to make that switch from Michael over to the point guard spot.
An offensive rebound for Detroit. Lane Beer comes down with Vinny for 3, and he got it. Detroit takes the lead, 28-26. 9:05 left in the half. Vincent on the wing. Finds the open man. It's Davis. Bingo. 28 all with 8:54 left. Joe Dumars across the line. And Rick Mahorn about to return to the Detroit lineup. Lane Beer with it up top. Sally operates against Corzine. Backs in against him. Finds Lane Beer for 3. No. Rebound. Vincent can't save it. Detroit gets it. Horace Grant to return to the Chicago lineup. Michael Jordan still on the pine.
I would think if the Pistons score here and the Bulls go down and don't score and the Pistons were to come back up and knock one in, that we'd see Michael very quickly getting up off that bench for Chicago.
Joe Dumars. Detroit by 2 with 8:20 remaining in the half. 30-28 is our score. Corzine sets the pick. It dissolves. Vincent against Dumars. Looks to Grant against Lane Beer. His hook shot. Nicely done.
That just buys more time for Michael.
Grant out of Clemson. 30-30. 7:45 remaining. Aguirre to Mahorn. Fumbled away a layup. Good pass by Aguirre.
I'll tell you, watch Rick Mahorn when they run a little 2-man play and he's playing defense. What a good job he does of getting out and exposing and forcing the offensive player out, allowing his man to stay with him on the screen. He does a great job of that.
Vincent finds Grant. He hit the hook, now he hits the jump. Grant has 6. Bulls have the lead again. Grant 6 points, 7 rebounds. Vinnie Johnson against the double team, left it short, got his own rebound, and drew a foul.
Well, that's where Vinnie is so tough because he follows his shot so well and gets a lot of offensive rebounds that way. And so Doug figures that Michael's had enough of rest now, and we'll see him back in this game for Paxson. Of course, Michael has turned into another predictor here. He's made a few predictions here. He did some earlier in one of the early series, and now he said we're going to win, and if we win, we're going to win. If we win, and if we win the first game, we're going to win the series. So that was before Game 1, and obviously that came true. And then he got in the locker room later on after the ball game and told him he was just fooling around with the press. But as they continued to talk to him, he feels pretty confident winning that first game.
Vinnie Johnson makes the free throw. Vinnie has 9. Isaiah 13. Nobody else has more than 5. And that's the other guard, Dumars. The big men still have just 4 points for Detroit.
If you remember against Cleveland, Michael flat out said they were going to win that one. And
turned out to be right. Took him to the last second to prove it, but he got it done.
3 seconds on Horace Grant, and he was down in the paint before he made his move and never did get out of it when he caught the ball.
Timeout is called here with 6:55 left in the half. Detroit and Chicago all tied at 32.
Correction, 3 seconds.
We're tied at 32. Good ball game. A lot of people, I sort of thought Detroit might blow them out in this game and try to get it all back, but they've been unable to come anywhere near doing that.
Well, again, Skip, they came out very high emotionally, but it didn't sustain it, and it's difficult to sustain that type of emotion when you're not the type of a team that plays an up-tempo game. An up-tempo game kind of feeds on that emotion, but when you play more of a slow-down ball game, it's a lot easier for that emotion to slip away, and I think we saw that happen with the Pistons. They started out well, and that slipped away, and they went ice cold and allowed the Bulls to stay right in this basketball game. And even though it's a Pistons style of game, slow down, the Bulls are right there. So Doug Collins, I'm sure, feels very good.
32 all. Vinnie from 18. Won't go. Didn't get the shooter's bounce. Grant ahead to Michael. Mr. Jordan airborne. Mahorn the rebound. Here comes Joe Dumars. Detroit can reclaim the lead with 6:20. Aguirre. His first point. The third basket by a Detroit front courtman. 34-32 with 6:05. Vincent. Aguirre the rebound. Vinnie Johnson. Vincent knocked it away. Johnson got it back. Mahorn can't control it. Vinnie does. He misses. Cartwright the rebound. Detroit still by 2. Their inside game non-existent tonight. Grant has it stripped away by Aguirre. Vinnie Johnson. Aguirre to the hole. Blocked away by Cartwright. He saves it, and a foul in the backcourt on Vinnie Johnson.
Well, I tell you, it sure looked like Mark Aguirre may have gotten fouled on that drive. The fans thought so, and so did Chuck Daly and the rest of Mark's teammates. A lot of action being allowed to take place down underneath. Let's watch that move of Mark Aguirre a moment ago. He just makes a quick move to the middle. Davis doesn't move his feet quickly enough, and the help is too late. Mark takes it home easily. Now let's watch the play again on the block. Now watch this good body time. Here he comes. There's the bang with the body. Then there comes the block. Certainly a foul for me.
No fracture, no foul again. Vinnie Johnson leaves.
Skip, they say they even out. Remember, Michael got hammered by Lane Beer and there was no foul, so it's part of the game.
Grant up top. Jordan 3 for 8 on the night from the field. Works on Dumars. Now he's 3 for 9. Aguirre the rebound.
He was 10 for 29 in game number 1, and they still won. And he doesn't shoot all that well against the Pistons. They do a very good job against Michael defensively.
We've been stuck at 34-32 for a while. Edwards wheels. Deals. Misses. Shoots 2.
Good call. Cartwright just gave him a shove as he made the move.
Don't forget, the Lakers and Suns will follow this game. Lakers lead that series 1-0. Bob Neal, Steve Jones at the Forum. We'll have it for you.
Number 53, James Edwards, shoots 2.
We'll be back here next Wednesday night for Game 5 of this series, and I'll bet you there is one.
That's a good prediction, Skip.
You don't want to go against me tonight.
Number 10, Dennis Rodman.
Rodman in.
Obviously the eye, okay.
The horn goes up. Edwards makes 1 out of the 2. Detroit now 8 of 11 from the line. Chicago 2 of 2. The Detroit guards have driven to the basket consistently tonight. They've spent a lot of time on the line. Jordan, great pass. Cartwright and a foul. Dumars, I think, got it.
Now, see, Michael could have shot that ball very easily. He was open, but Cartwright made the smart play and cut to the basket. Let's watch it again. Here you see, look at the position fighting for Horace Grant there. Michael up, got the shot. He saw Edwards coming. The good smart roll by Cartwright, the bang, and the follow through the basket, and the chance for the three-point play. That's just good basketball.
When your superstar is unselfish, it makes life very easy. 35 all with 4:35 left. 7th tie of this game.
Well, Doug would still like to see this pace picked up a bit for the Chicago Bulls, especially against this team that's on the court right now.
Isaiah shot it in a hurry. In and out. Rebound Graham. Chicago can take the lead. Michael Jordan against Dumars. 4:15 left in the half.
Although actually for Detroit, Skip, this is a pretty quick team. Mark Guire probably the slowest player out there for them.
7 on the shot clock. Cartwright off balance, threw up a prayer, got no answer. Rodman ahead to Thomas against Vincent. That's blocked away. Isaiah's on the deck and hurting. Rodman with a steal. Down under Aguirre, good. I think Isaiah may have either got the wind knocked out of him or bruised his ribcage. Again, no whistle on that.
He took the foul to try and get out of the game. He's
having a little trouble breathing is what he's doing. And Mike Abdenor is having a busy night.
Remember, he hurt his shoulder also. Let's watch again. He's going to get clubbed by Grant after the block. Here comes Grant. There's the block. Now watch the bang. Boom. We got hit in the head. Then he hit the court very quickly. And again, no foul being called. The block was there, but he got destroyed, obviously, after the shot.
Scottie Pippen with the inbounds pass. It's now Dumars, Vinnie Johnson on the back line. Cartwright, short, rebound. Grant took it away from Rodman and a foul.
Well, I tell you one thing, the Bulls are just playing inspired basketball on the offensive boards. That's an area of the game that you would think that the Detroit Pistons would dominate, and yet the Bulls are coming through with play after play. Here, again, take a look at the last one. Watching the right of your screen, you see Pippen fights in to try and get inside position. Grant standing there, but he got a good bounce that time. And up strong with it, the foul on the body with Dennis Rodman. And the Bulls, again, are getting some lucky bounces, but that's all part of the game. But at least they're down there in position to be able to get those bounces.
Grant misses the free throws, has 8 points, 10 rebounds already. 3:15 left in the half. As Dumars goes to the hole, a foul is caught. It's a loose ball foul prior to the shot. Sam Vincent picks it up. Isaiah appears to be okay.
I think things get a little intense in the playoffs, Skip. I mean, we've got 3:12 to go in the first half, and it's 37-37. That sounds like a first period score.
Timeout on the floor. All tied. We'll return.
Skip, you know what's happening, I believe, in this game is that the officials, it's being played so physically, they probably feel maybe if they call every foul that's going on out there that it'll turn into a free throw shooting game. But I do think that the players would adjust to it. If they knew they weren't going to be getting away with all of that contact, they would stop being quite as aggressive. I mean, you're going to tend to be more aggressive in playoffs because of the importance of the games, but you will adjust. And right now, there's certainly a lot of activity going on, especially a lot of contact after shots. that's being allowed to take place.
Dumars gets both free throws, and Detroit leads by 2. 3:10 left in the half. Craig Sager warming up in the bullpen. He'll be along at halftime with all the other NBA news of the night for you. Jordan lays it up and in. Nicely done by Scottie Pippen to get him the ball. We're tied at 39.
A smart play. They took advantage of Dumars overplaying Michael Jordan. Obviously a set play called by Doug Collins during that timeout.
Vinnie Johnson for 3. Got none. Got his own rebound though. Saved it to Aguirre and a whistle.
They're going to call the foul, but he was pushed. But again, when Vinnie Johnson shoots the ball, you must screen him off because he'll hit the court when he knows he's not going to make the shot and go after it. Well, watch again as he's going to go up to the shot. Scottie, see, he turns. Now, if he screened him off, Scottie Pippen gets this rebound. He didn't screen him off. Vinnie was able to knife by him, get the rebound, and pick up the foul.
There is no force out anymore, so you have to either call nothing or the foul. And the foul was the call. 2:41 left in the half. Game 3 of this series doesn't occur till Saturday afternoon in Chicago.
And again, an advantage for Chicago. They can play very hard in this ball game and know that they're going to finally get a chance to rest, and it really plays against the Pistons. What the Pistons need is to play basketball games against competition. You can scrimmage all you want in layoff time against each other. It's not the same. They need to continue to play, and they're going to have 3 more days off before they play again. Not good for the Pistons.
Who lead now 41-39. Vinnie Johnson a 12-point quarter. Vincent finds Michael, banks it up off the glass. He's got 10, 4 in the quarter. We are tied at 41 with 2:25 left. Detroit just looks out of sync.
Well,
I mean, they're tied and against a good team, but they don't look like they've looked previously.
Well, when you don't play, Skip, that's going to happen to you. You can't get the same type of cohesiveness when you're playing against yourself.
Dumars will shoot 2. The old continuation play. Cartwright's second foul. Hodges has 3. Paxson has 2. For Detroit, Mahorn has 2.
I guess this is a case where being so good hurt them. Sweeping both of those series.
But it doesn't seem to bother the Lakers, does it? Dumars makes the first.
But of course the Lakers haven't had as much time off as the Pistons because that it was a quick
series. The other
series
were winding down.
It'll hurt anybody.
Dumars makes 2 more. He's got 9. 43-41 Detroit. 2:05 left until halftime. Sam Vincent up the floor.
2 minutes. 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
Vincent finds Grant. He fumbles, gets it back to Scottie Pippen. 8 on the shot clock. Good Detroit defense. Foul though on Rodman as he gambled on a steal. 1:48 remaining in the first half. Rick Barry, Skip Carey from the Palace in Auburn Hills. Pistons lead the Bulls 43-41. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Final. Chicago leading the series 1-0. They won 94-88 on Sunday. Grant continues his good work. 9 points, 10 boards. He's got a double-double. 43 all our score, 1:42 left. Dumars, good move, but it was partially blocked by Pippen, then tipped in. Pistons by 2 with 1:25. Doug Collins with play instruction. Vincent drew the foul as he missed. A 2-shot opportunity. Coming up at halftime, the Prudential Halftime Report. Craig Sager is in our Atlanta studios with news on the NBA's most valuable player and coach of the year. The latest on Rick Pitino's visit to Kentucky. Our old buddy, Super Scout Marty Blake on the lottery picks. Who will go where? All that at halftime. Marty will tell a few jokes, too. I'm sure during the halftime.
Yeah, Marty's got a few stories. And Marty is never at a loss for words.
Most of those stories have been stolen from his friends, but that's another story. He's a good guy. 45-43 Detroit. It's a 1-point game with 1:50. Isaiah is fouled. He'll shoot 2. Again, they drive into the hoop.
And all the Piston guards looking to do that, create opportunities, and they've gotten to the free throw line a considerable number of times more than the Chicago Bulls. This is what's really kept them in this ball game.
If you'd have told me before the game that with a minute left in the first half, the Detroit big men, their entire front line would have scored 11 points, I'd say they were down by 20 again. But instead, they lead by 1, and that is the case. It's been all the back court.
Well, they've got to get a happy medium somewhere. They had the guards disappeared in game 1, and now the front lines disappeared.
Cartwright returns to the Ponderosa, and Dave Corzine goes out.
Here comes the 20th free throw for Detroit to only 8 for Chicago, indicative of the fact that Chicago has not been getting to the basket quite as frequently as the Piston guards have.
Less than a minute in the half. 46-44 Piston. Sam Vincent in control. Into the lane, drops it off nicely. Off-balance shot is good by Grant. Boy, he's having some game.
Well, Horace Grant's going to be an outstanding player in the NBA, as well as Scottie Pippen. Offensive foul right there. Good call.
Not much doubt about that one. So now Chicago can take the lead with 41 seconds left. Vinnie Johnson about to come right back in.
Number 15, Vinnie Johnson checks back in.
Dumars goes out. That was his second foul. Vincent across the line. You see the time remaining in the first half. Anybody's game at the break, that's for sure. Pippen drew the foul as he missed. Will there be a goaltend? No. But there is a foul. Vinnie Johnson is called for the foul.
Number 15, Vinnie Johnson. That's his second penalty.
Good shot to take because they are going to get the ball back. They get 2 possessions to 1. If they had held the ball a little bit longer, then the Pistons could have played for the last shot. That's just playing the percentages.
Corzine in, Cartwright out. They play offense, defense. Pippen records his 9th point, first of the quarter. And the Bulls have the lead again, 47-46.
Scottie Pippen lines up way behind the free throw line. I don't know why he does that, because you're never going to get to the same spot every time like you can when you put your foot right up against the line. And that may have been the difference between him hitting the front rim and making the shot.
Thomas against Vincent. I'll give you the time on the shot clock. It is now 10. 5 and a whistle. Illegal defense, technical foul. Detroit shoots. Doug Collins not too thrilled with that.
Number 15, Vinnie Johnson shoots the top.
Vinnie will shoot the tee.
He's claiming that what happened is one of the Detroit players with the player with the ball and faked to make the pass, and that caused the man to make a move to go to double. When he didn't make the pass, he was out of position and was trying to recover to go back.
Charles Davis checks in. We're tied at 47, the 13th tie of this first half. Scottie Pippen out. 10 seconds left. Detroit will have all of it to get the lead, and yet another whistle.
Davis fouling Rodman, who was making a cut to go to the ball. Now, why you would do that, I don't know. If anything, I would want Dennis Rodman to cut and go and get the basketball, because I would want Dennis Rodman to shoot the ball.
That's right.
Why stop him and deny him getting the ball?
Craig Hodges, despite the 3 fouls, checks in here, as does Paxson.
Well, again, that's your offense-defense strategy, hoping that perhaps Craig can get a three-pointer off. Not many three-point shots by the Bulls in this game, and they've been shooting quite a few, especially in that series against New York.
John Long checks into the game for Detroit, along with Dumars now. Long started his career here and is winding it down in a Detroit uniform.
Yeah, you might say he's had a long career.
He really has a long career. John certainly has. Go to your room. It's 48-47 Detroit. 49-47. You see the time left. And guess who's got the ball? Good if it goes. He drew a foul.
Yes, Earl
At the
Strom
buzzer.
called the foul.
So Michael Jordan will go to the line. There is no time remaining, but we're not at halftime yet. You can see Rodman upset with either himself or the call.
Probably a combination of both.
It was his third foul, too, at the buzzer. Michael Jordan hasn't missed a free throw in weeks.
That's why when you're a visiting coach, you like to have Earl Strom as the official.
We're at halftime, and it's as close as it can be at the Break Your Score. Detroit 49, Chicago 49. And we're about ready to go. The second half has, throughout the playoffs, been kinder to Detroit than the first. Let's see if they can get it going here tonight.
Yeah, we talked about that front line scoring. Some concerned coaches looking on there. Brendan Sir, Malone, and also Chuck Daly. But 6 points in the starting front line of the Detroit Pistons in that first half. Thank goodness for Johnson off the bench with 13 for them.
Do you think that sign referred to the Chicago Bulls or to us? The Bulls stops here.
Probably, again, a combination of the two.
What they say. Horace Grant on the wing. Scottie Pippen posts up, little soft hook shot. And the Bulls lead 51-49. Detroit has not allowed 100 points in a playoff game yet. But they've got a chance to allow it in this one. Lane Beer ties it up. Both teams connect their first time down the floor.
Always amazes me. Why would Bill Laimbeer be able to get those kind of shots? You know that's what he wants to do. I mean, you've got to get up on him and make him put it on the floor.
Aguirre knocks it away and out of bounds from Pippen. Bill Sarr hands it back to Pippen. He has a little trouble getting it in, does so now to the man. Jordan stops, jumps in, left it short. Good play, Laimbeer to knock it out, but there's Grant again. Oh, what a game he's in. Hodges to Cartwright over Laimbeer. Rimmed it, won't go. Look at Grant.
Somebody better screen Grant off the offensive boards there. I mean, he's had quite a ball game. He's already got 5 offensive rebounds.
He's got 12 rebounds, 14 points in the game, and the Bulls lead again. Isaiah hangs in the air, draws the foul, shoots 2, and again, they go to the hole with good effect.
Chicago foul, number 23,
Michael Jordan picks it up. It's only his second. Hodges plays with 3.
Well, obviously, Chuck Daly going to continue to go with what was successful in the first half, which was the aggressiveness going to the basket on the part of the Piston guards, Isaiah especially.
Isaiah makes the first free throw. He has 15 points, 2 assists in the game.
But again, that's not when he's his best for this team. He's better off if he had, let's say, 10 points at the half and maybe 6 assists. That means everybody else is getting involved.
And the big men aren't getting involved for Detroit at all. Pippen finds Grant, who's very much involved in this game. Jordan against Dumars. Shoots his jumper. Laimbeer had it, lost it again, goes to Chicago. Pippen behind a Cartwright screen. Aguirre is playing Cartwright. He jumps over him, in and out. Tough break for him.
That's not a good shot for the Bulls and for Cartwright.
He saw the mismatch and just couldn't resist. Isaiah, that won't go. Grant got a piece of that. Offensive foul. Mahorn called for it. 9:58 left. That's his 3rd foul. Rodman, Mahorn with 3 fouls. Hodges with 3 for Chicago. And Michael heads up the floor. Cartwright against Lambier. Left it short, forced to hook. Might have gotten a little shove in the hip as he went up. Isaiah up the floor, tied at 53. 9:25 left in the third. They clear the zone for a quiet Aguirre. And he gets a hoop.
Again, Mark Aguirre on that type of play, when he faces up, you've got to take the right hand away, make him go to his left. He wants to go right the majority of the time.
Aguirre now 3 for 5 from the field. Scottie Pippen, Aguirre knocked that loose. Mahorn kept it alive. Dumars has Isaiah. Timeout called by Chicago. Timeout on the floor. 8:55 left in the third. Detroit by 4.
Watch how Mark Aguirre sets this play up. Grant's playing him basically straight up. He's going to make a little move to the left. Grant takes it. That opens him up because he was flat-footed, didn't react again, allowing Mark to make the penetration move. Michaels helped a little bit too late as Mark made an excellent move to get the hoop in. But you play him over a half a step to the right, make him go to his left, and then shut him off down there near the baseline.
Following this one, Phoenix and Los Angeles. The Lakers and Suns, Bob Neal and Steve Jones will have it for you. And they'll have Game 3 of the Western Finals at 10:05 Eastern Time on Friday night from Phoenix. Scottie Pippen front court. They go to a posted Jordan. Duck soup for him. It's a 2-point game. Michael with 14. First points of the quarter. The other end, Isaiah has it rejected by Horace Grant, who is playing a sensational game for Chicago. Detroit inbounds on the end line. Aguirre is the trigger man. Back line, Bill Lambier. Isaiah's got a mismatch. Grant plays in. Lambier all by himself. 3-pointer.
I don't know why he did that. Doug was upset to double. You just can't leave Lambier open. That's what they want you to do.
It's a 5-point lead for Detroit. Jordan. Dumars checks it. Grant. Pippen for 3. No, but there's Grant again. Whoa, what a game he's at.
Nobody's screening him off. I mean, he's just walking and waltzing into the basket. How many times, Skip, have we seen him just be standing there and the ball bounces right back to him?
16 points, 13 rebounds, 2 block shots. Aguirre on the wing. A 3-point Detroit game. Aguirre checked.
Well, that time he made him go to the left, and he had a little more success.
Detroit will inbound on the end line.
And Mark will bring it back with his right hand when he goes that way. He's not going to use his left hand all that much. He prefers to use the right hand.
5 on the shot clock. Aguirre may not know it. Yeah, he does. But he missed. Isaiah started to shoot it in the air, but chose to lay it in instead. Again, Detroit by 5. 20 for Thomas. Pippen finds Jordan, finds Pippen. That's knocked away by Aguirre again. He's had busy hands tonight defensively. Cartwright. No. Aguirre the rebound. Isaiah Thomas. Detroit trying to get on one of those rolls. All alone, Dumars. It's a 7-point game. Again, Chicago calls timeout. A standing O in the Palace. Only a 20-second timeout with 7:04 left. And now Detroit looks like the Detroit team that rolled through the regular season, Rick.
Well, they've been doing it with their defense, which has created the opportunities for them down the other end. But see, here comes the double team now in the corner. Why do that and leave Bill Lambier wide open to get the 3-point opportunity? That just got the Pistons and the crowd back into the ball game. Now, you mentioned that Mark Aguirre helped with some active hands. He's had to do that down the other end because he's been beaten on the plays. So you have to be aware of that. When you beat Aguirre, he's going to try and reach in. So when you go by him, you must get the ball back out in front of you because he's going to come in behind to try and slap it away.
And this program authorized under rights granted by the National Basketball Association solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, other use of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the consent of the NBA prohibited. Cartwright fouled Lambier.
A good timeout by Doug Collins. Doesn't want the Pistons to continue to go on a roll here. Now, I think that Scottie Pippen, if he's got Aguirre guarding him, he's much quicker. And even though he got the ball knocked away and he was able to drive in and had the other one knocked away, he should continue to do that because he can beat Aguirre all night. He's much quicker, and Aguirre's lateral motion isn't good, and that'll create problems for the Detroit defense.
In the last 4 minutes, Detroit's outscored Chicago 13-4, 13-6. It's 64-59 with 6:33, third quarter. Isaiah has it stripped away. Here comes Jordan. Oh, nobody saw the pass. Dumars comes up with it. That's knocked away, and a foul on Hodges, and that is his fourth.
Now, that was just totally a mistake on the part of Scottie Pippen. He had no idea what was happening with the ball, that Michael was going to throw it. You have to know what's going on with the ball when you run down the court.
And Pippen's hurting a little bit. He appears to be limping.
Number 5, John
Paxson into the game. Hodges goes out. But we'll keep an eye here on Pippen. I don't know what he did, but he was limping noticeably as he came up the floor. It might just be a little bang. Thomas for 2, missed him. Pippen the rebound, and he looks all right now. He comes down the middle to Grant. Back it comes to Pippen, and a foul on Isaiah Thomas. So from the foul line, Chicago can move back to within 3.
Well, right now it's important for the Bulls to not allow the Pistons to get any distance, too much distance between themselves and the Pistons, because the crowd will get themselves into the ball game and things will be very difficult to try and play catch up here. They had the luxury in game 1 of having a big lead that the Pistons had to play catch up.
Pippen makes one of the 2. Detroit's lead is 4. 6:05 left, third quarter. Barry and Carey from Detroit. Lane Beer. They swing it to a wide open Dumars. They're making the outside jump shot. It's a 6-point game with 5:48.
Well, the Bulls are going and doubling, and the Pistons doing a good job of moving the basketball back to the open people, and they're knocking them down.
They clear the zone. Jordan one-on-one with Dumars. Into the lane he goes. Draws the foul. Lane Beer wanted a charge. Didn't get it. Lane Beer started to argue, and then he realized he was dealing with Earl Strom and said, I better just zip it up and get ready to rebound.
Well, it's a losing battle to argue with officials at all, Skip. Take it from someone who knows, especially with Earl.
You say that now, but you were never convinced throughout your career.
Well, that's true. We could do, as my father said, an old German saying, we get too soon old and too late smart.
Amen. And you and I are walking advertisements of that, but that's a story for another day. And Dumars to the front court. 66-61 with 5:30 stripped away. Here come the Bulls. Jordan up the wing. Paxson with it now. Jordan, easy layup. He has 19, 7 in the quarter, and the Bulls are right back in it. Not that they were out of it, but they were down 7. Dumars. Detroit's ball. They'll trigger it in on the end line.
I'll tell you one thing, you can't be timid and go to the basket in this game.
No, it's no game for little boys. It's for men tonight. 4:55 left. Isaiah got it. He risked an offensive foul. There was no call. 68-63. 4:40 left, third quarter. Isaiah just about had himself a steal. The man of the hour has been Grant, but not this time. Rebound, Rick Mahorn. Isaiah begs for it. Mahorn goes all the way, misses the shot, shoots 2.
That's 3 fouls now on Michael Jordan.
Mahorn racked up a cameraman down there, but everybody's all right.
Well, we'll see him coming right at him as Rick Mahorn sees the opening. Paxson didn't want to get in the way. Michael comes over. There's, oh, Boy, I guarantee you, Michael did not initiate the contact. There's our cameraman getting a little, Mike Johnson, our cameraman, getting a squish job by Mahorn. But obviously, if you saw that replay, Skip, the contact was not initiated by Michael. He went up for the block, and the contact was initiated by Mahorn with the left arm.
That's his first point of the game. Mahorn and Lane Beer, when they shoot layups before the game, get into the swing of things by crashing into you and I.
No, they crashed into you all the time, not me. You asked them to crash into me because you...
They were very happy to oblige me, too. Grant up top. Scottie Pippen with it. 4:10 left, third quarter. Corzine, an offensive foul away from the ball. John Sally checks in.
Let's watch Michael as he goes to fight for position. Here he is with Joe Dumars. Got the position there. He gives him a little hook job with the left hand. Now he's going to go ahead. Now they call the foul against the Chicago Bulls and Michael Jordan for that little hook, and that's now 4 on Michael, and that very big foul in this ball game as Vincent has to come back in. So now the Pistons must capitalize on this advantage.
69-63 the score. Isaiah stops and pops. Got it. 71-63. Biggest lead of the night. Paxson to the front court. John Paxson against Joe Dumars. It was tied at halftime. Detroit leads by 8. Sam Vincent for 3. Lane Beer with the rebound.
Not a good shot.
Aguirre. Rebound battle for Isaiah. He's had a big game, but he loses it. There's Horace Grant, who is omnipresent tonight.
No, you come in the game and you're a reserve. You come in the game having him run down the court twice and you take a 3-point shot.
Vincent patty cakes outside now and goes to the hole. Off balance, no good. And the foul is called a block, and the Detroit bench explodes.
That's a good call. Sally moved in, and Vincent was committed to the drive.
Timeout is called here. 2:59 left, third quarter. Detroit trying to polish him off, but Chicago hanging tough. We'll be back. 2:59 left. Pistons on top by 8.
Well, right now the Pistons enjoying the biggest lead of the ball game. Scottie Pippen having a few problems for the Bulls with an ankle. Looks like the left ankle. There's something wrong, either the ankle or the foot, being checked out by Mark Feil, the trainer. Trying to find out where the soreness and tenderness is, but he's back in the ball game. It's not obviously a severe problem, but the Pistons have gotten this lead because of some good defense, which gave them some good opportunities to get down the court and score a few transition hoops, as well as finally knocking in a few outside jumpers when the Bulls were double teaming. They did a good job of moving the ball and finding the open man.
Vincent misses the first free throw. Vinnie Johnson has returned.
This game,
7-point game.
Excuse me, Skip, very similar to the second game in New York when Chicago won the first one. They came out, did a good job in the first half staying with the Knicks then they seemed to just lose a little edge in that third period, and that's happened to them right now in this ball game.
Isaiah, what a quarter. 12 points, 3 assists in the period.
But that's smart advice on Chuck Daly's part. When you're not shooting the ball well from the outside, try and get some easy hoops. Go to the basket, score a couple of them. That's amazing what will happen to your outside shooting then.
It's a 9-point game, and Aguirre the rebound. Biggest lead of the night for Detroit, and they try to add to it with 2:28 left. Lane Beer is all alone. The pass down under. Vinnie Johnson in desperation. The rebound. Once again, Horace Grant. Paxson heads down the middle. Dishes it off to Vincent. He keeps firing, and this time he's rewarded. His second basket of the night. Rather, his first basket. He has 4 points. 73-66 with 2:05. Isaiah with play instruction. Grant plays Aguirre. They get him the ball. They doubled it. Lane Beer down low. Sally against Corzine. It's fumbled away. Here's Paxson. Paxson on the left wing. Jordan on the bench with 4 fouls. Vincent with play instructions, 1:38. It's a 7-point game. Pippen baseline drive. Lane Beer blocked that away. Sally with a behind-the-back dribble. Finds a backliner, Isaiah Thomas. Lane Beer. Pippen was in his face. That's stolen away. Vincent on a drive against Lane Beer to Pippen. That won't go. Lane Beer knocks it away. And now Lane Beer and Pippen start to have a go.
I'll tell you what, if they call a technical foul, I don't think they will. They're just going to give the ball out of bounds. I mean, Lane Beer will be gone because he got one early in the ball game that really didn't look like one to us, but that was kind of a strange exchange there. I didn't know what happened to cause Bill to go up there and shove him like that.
He made two good blocks on the play.
Now he just threw an elbow and hit Paxson right in the face trying to block, go through a screen, get called for the foul.
Let's see what the call is here. Mike Mathis goes to the scorer's table.
Call a 2-shot foul. Here's the first incident. Here's going to be.
And I think Lane Beer is history.
There he goes now, blocks it again, came off of his leg, and Scottie Pippen says something. Now, why did he shove him? I mean, he must have said something to him, but he certainly didn't hit him.
It's his second elbow on Varner. His personal fatigue's fault.
And Bill Lane Beer will be out if that's it. A 2-shot foul, calling it a technical because of the elbow. Now let's see if that's the case. Now they're saying a 2-shot foul over there. Let's find out.
Edwards is going to check in. I got the impression he was gone, but let's wait and make doubly sure.
Right there, boom, the left elbow right in the face of Paxson as he tried to go through the screen. He hit him right in the chin.
Yeah,
he saw that one. So they call another one, and I'll tell you, it wasn't that he threw the elbow on either occasion. He had his elbow up and went and hit him because he's up at that. Paxson is at the elbow level, and I think that's a tough break for the Pistons, and I don't really think, certainly Bill didn't deserve the first one. He didn't throw an elbow on that one.
Both of them are good, and it's 73-68 with 1:10 left, and Lane Beer is gone for the night. So James Edwards gets the call. Rodman checks into the game and works up top. It's a 5-point game. Isaiah. Oh, he is spectacular tonight. 28 points. 14 in the quarter. Vincent up the floor at 75-68 with 45 seconds.
Corzine should have rolled to the basket. He had a wide open lane the way Edwards is playing it.
Corzine heads in that direction now. Edwards checks it. The give and go pass to Paxson, beautifully done to Charles Davis. Oh, they handled that well. Davis has his second hoop, and it's 75-70. Isaiah for 3. Not this time. Rebound Grant from Sally. And Chicago can pull back to within 3.
Remember, they're doing all of this with Michael on the bench with 4 fouls.
15 on the shot clock. They have to shoot it with about 2 seconds left. 10 on the shot clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Corzine shot an air ball, 24-second expiration, but the quarter is history. And after 3, the Pistons have the lead, but they've lost their starting center. 75-70 the score. We'll be back. Detroit, that's the score after 3. Let's look at the Minute Maid Orange soft drink stats.
Well, as you can see, the Pistons up from 41% shooting at a terrific quarter. Isaiah Thomas mainly responsible for that. Rebound still in favor of the Bulls, and the Bulls also getting to the line more, but Isaiah Thomas has been the man.
Not this time. He comes up short. The foul on Dave Corzine.
But again, I really think that even though he's scoring a lot of points, which has helped to enable the Pistons to get this lead, that they still don't have as many people involved in their offense as a result of it. And for that reason, the Bulls have been able to hang tough. They can't seem to get any, that is, the Pistons can't seem to get any extended string to break this game open.
Isaiah makes the free throw. He's got 29. The back line has done it all. Vinnie Johnson and Dumars 13 each. 30 for Isaiah Thomas. 46 of their 77 points have come from their guard.
And Isaiah is such a big key for them. You can't have bad games against good teams and expect the Pistons to win.
It's 56, by the way, not 46. Paxson off to Grant. In and out. He finally missed one. Rebound Rodman. Detroit getting a few rebounds now, which they were unable to do earlier. They can match their biggest lead if they convert here. Edwards. No, and the rebound, Grant, and the foul, I think, on Sally. There are bodies all over the place. Rodman hit the deck.
There was Sally.
Grant hit the deck.
Grabbed onto Grant's arm, yanked him down. Again, Horace Grant playing an outstanding game on both ends of the court tonight as the Bulls continue to hang in there and
continue to do it. Well, Michael's back in the game now, but he missed a long time. Grant with 17 rebounds on the night and 16 points. Corzine against Edwards. Yes, Dave Corzine pops one home. His first points of the night. 77-72, 11 minutes left in regulation.
And a quick team, again, that quick team on the court for the Pistons. Not as good offensively, however.
Sally on the drive. Slam dunks it home. Isaiah is decked. Sally's first point.
Skip, if you're going to get beat in this league, make a guy beat you going with his opposite hand. Don't take a fake when he goes to his weak side. Let him go that way.
And if he beats you, more power to him. Jordan over Rodman and a foul.
That's 4 on Dennis Rodman now.
He got him on the arm as he shot it. Jordan to the foul line, where he has been perfect. He's 4 out of 4 at the line. Well, he's not perfect anymore. He shoots one more. 79-72. Mark Aguirre about to return. 79-73. 10.5 minutes left. Craig Hodges about to check back into the game. Vinny for 3. Again, a 9-point lead, 82-73. Jordan can't shoot it. Corzine from 18, his second in a row. A timely contribution from Dave Corzine. 10 minutes left. Well, the Chicago Stadium's going to be rocking Saturday.
This reminds me of an old movie here tonight, The Return of the Magnificent Seven. It's the Return of the Magnificent Three for the Pistons. Their backcourt players are doing a great job.
But Chicago will not go away. Paxson, Grant, Davis. The man. They've got Rodman on Corzine inside. Edwards is playing Jordan. That does not bode well for Edwards. Rodman the rebound. Knocked away by Grant. Rodman gets it back. 9:18 left. Good pass. Sally drew the foul. Shoots 2. Isaiah Thomas takes a well-deserved rest. With 30 points. Scottie Pippen will not return for Chicago. That injury to him was he injured his foot. Somebody stepped on it, probably strained it or sprained it.
Well, he's not a player who has a reputation of playing with any pain.
9:14 left. We haven't seen Brad Summers tonight for Chicago.
He's another player who has a reputation of not playing with any pain. In fact, sometimes people say that he doesn't play.
83-75. You're in a cantankerous mood tonight.
No, I'm just telling it like people have stated.
Jordan up top. Corzine against Edwards. Corzine wheels and hooks. He missed, but he drew the foul and shoots two. It's on Edwards.
I think that's really tragic on the part of Brad Sellers because he has tremendous talent, which is not being utilized by him.
So Pippen is out with an injury, and Lane Beer with 2 technicals is gone. He was called for throwing the forearm or the elbow. Honesty compels you to say, while he did have the elbow up there, you've seen a lot worse.
He didn't throw it. He had it up, and Paxson was right at the elbow level, and he happened to hit him in the face with it, but he never threw the elbow in either case.
It wasn't like a punch.
No, in either case, it didn't seem like he really made the effort and threw it with some force.
But be that as it may, those 2 players will see no more time tonight. Vinnie Johnson. Joe Dumars all alone. Not this time.
Horace Grant again.
Here comes Michael. Whoops. Got it away just in time. Hodges for 3, no. Rebound deflects out to Vinnie Johnson. Vinnie fires away. Not a good shot even for him.
And he almost got the rebound again, though, that time because they wasn't screened off.
Hodges. A 2-pointer.
That's a 2 for Greg Hodges.
83-78 with 8:10.
Now the Pistons can't be coming down and taking those wild shots right now. They have the game basically in control, and they're still letting the Bulls hang around, and they have to have a little better shot selection. Edwards just popped Corzine twice in the face with some forearms.
And a walk on Edwards. Here comes Bill Cartwright back into the game, and a timeout is called by Chicago, and Chicago's still very much in this thing with 7:56 to go. And now it's time for the Honda leaders, Rick.
Well, you can see what Michael Jordan's been able to do in some of his best performances, that incredible 63 at Boston 2 overtimes. But I'll tell you what, Skip, you can say it any way you like. You say flirting with danger, playing with fire. To allow the Bulls to be within 5 points or less when you get down to that 4-minute mark with Michael Jordan, that's not a position you really want to be in. And they're going to have to play some good basketball from this point forward to not give the Bulls any hope to have Michael pull it out.
Michael has just 20 tonight, just for him. But he can explode at any moment. Jordan into the lane, and a foul. Aguirre, I think, reaching in, and a 2-shot opportunity. And Jordan now talks it over with Cartwright. And he can bring them back to within 3 with 7:42 left. 21 for Jordan. He's 5 of 7 from the line. (83-80). 7:40 left. Phoenix and the Lakers next with Bob Neal and Steve Jones. Vinny, way short. He shanked that one. He kept it alive, however. Sally got it, and that's 5 on Hodges.
You think maybe somebody's going to screen him off one of these times after he shoots?
Doesn't appear likely, does it? Here comes Isaiah Thomas back into the game. Hodges has really been unable to get on track all night. He's been in foul trouble since the first 4 minutes of the game. Paxson and Hodges goes up. Aguirre inbounds to Isaiah. Dumars up top. Aguirre. That looked like it slipped out of his hand. Cartwright the rebound. They can move to within a point. Paxson leaves it for Davis. He almost walked.
Boy, it had the alley-oop pass to Michael. A lob to the basket. Michael dunks it. He was wide open.
His jump shot. Boy, when he starts making that, you're really in trouble. 83-82. 6:50 left in regulation.
And I'll tell you, the Bulls have done a great job of keeping the crowd out of this ball game.
Isaiah heads for the hole. It's blocked out of bounds by Jordan. 6:42 left. Detroit appeared to be back in the groove earlier, but now they're struggling again. Dumars down under. Drew the foul as he missed. Chicago has scored 7 straight points. Third foul on Cartwright.
Boy.
4 team fouls on Chicago.
Well, I tell you, Doug Collins very unhappy with the ability to get that ball inbound so easily to Joe Dumars. You can see what the difference is in the backcourt, or 24 to 48%, doubling their output as far as accuracy is concerned. But point-wise, the backcourt for the Pistons have been responsible for this little lead that the Pistons have. They've kept them in the game.
84-82. 85-82. Back line for Detroit has scored 61 of their 85 points. Jordan into the air. Greatest of ease, but he missed. Edwards the rebound. Here comes Isaiah. He's got Sally with it. Isaiah to the hole. Ball here goes. Whirling dervish driving to the hoop tonight. 6:10 left. A 5-point game. Aguirre all over Davis. Jordan. No. He really doesn't have the magic going yet. Dumars up the floor with play instructions. 5:45 left. Isaiah against Michael. Not this time. Rebound John Sally. He dribbles out of danger. Felt he didn't have a good shot. And they start their offense again.
And a good play too, Skip, because a lot of players, they get that offensive rebound, they try and throw it right back up there, and they're not in position to do that.
Dumars checked by Paxson, who hits the deck. That frees him for a 14-footer, and Chicago calls timeout. And Detroit with a little surge. They're up by 7 with 5:19 left. There's the story of the game right there. And here comes Chicago.
Yeah, usually Michael Jordan has 37 for the Bulls, and of course he's down in the 20s tonight. Dumars has done an outstanding job on him with some help from Rodman.
Holding foul on Edwards.
But again, Skip, a couple free throws here. Knock it down to a 5-point lead. You're at the 5-minute mark, and Chicago's still hanging around.
Oh, yeah.
Very dangerous.
5:03 left. Cartwright for 2.
Remember, 2 starters for this Chicago team not playing. Pippen out with the injured foot, and Hodges sitting on the bench with 5 personal fouls, and he has not had a particularly good game for them.
And Lane Beer ejected late in the third quarter for Detroit. 89-83, 5:03 left. He missed this one. Edwards jumps in for the rebound. Isaiah Thomas with it. That's been a good place to put it tonight. Thomas leads all scorers with 32. Dumars into the lane, scoops it out to Isaiah. His jump shot over Jordan won't go. Big battle for the rebound, James Edwards. It's knocked away. There's Isaiah again. That's blocked. Dumars with it and a foul. I think on Davis.
Boy, did you see how beautifully Dumars and Isaiah worked together on that last sequence for the Pistons? Terrific combination in the backcourt. John Sallin's got a couple of very big offensive rebounds for the Pistons late in this game.
4:37 left, 89-83. Dumars 7 of 8 at the line. 90-83. It's an 8-point game with 4:35.
And 7 points of that have been made by the Pistons at the free throw line. 7 more free throws.
Cartwright against Edwards. Shoots over him. Misses. Rebound, Aguirre.
Nobody under the basket for the Bulls.
And now they'll let the air out a little bit. Cartwright 3 of 12 from the field tonight. And that has hurt. Dumars tells Sally, get out of here, let me work. Illegal defense, Chicago.
That was Cartwright. He was back down underneath the hole, and Edwards was way out at the top, way past the top of the key.
So it's tea time, and Dumars will shoot it.
Number 4, Dumars shoots.
4:02 left.
Pistons doing a good job now getting this out of the domination range of Michael Jordan, or the position they didn't want to be in, with a 9-point lead now at the 4-minute mark. They should be able to hold on and win this ball game if they just continue to play the type of basketball they played here in this last minute.
Detroit 28 of 36 at the foul line. 4 minutes left. It's 92-83. Aguirre gets a double team. Breaks by Davis, dumps it home.
And they go for Cade. They played him to get him the right side to go to his right.
94-83, biggest lead of the night. 3:43 left. Grant against Sally. Jordan checked by Dumars, who's played him magnificently. Cartwright, offensive foul, elbowing Edwards. 3:33 left.
Well, the Pistons doing what they need to be doing, executing much better offensively. It seems as the game has gone on, they're getting more and more back into sync, Skip. Unfortunately, they're going to have 3 days to lay off before they play again.
Saturday is the next game in this series. Isaiah, good pass. Dumars hit the bottom of the basket with it, out of bounds off Sally, and the ball goes back to Chicago. The Bulls call timeout with 3:12 left. The Pistons have their biggest lead, and Michael Jordan's been held to only one fourth-quarter field goal. Okay, Bob, thanks very much. Say hello to Arsenio and Jack and Diane for us out there in Los Angeles.
The Suns were on Arsenio's show last night.
Paxson and a whistle away from the ball, and a foul is called against Sally. The Bulls close to within 83-82 with 6:57 to go in the quarter. Since then, it's been 11-1 Detroit.
And also, the Pistons, is no surprise, as you see what the run has taken place, that they're now leading in rebounds. Remember, it was 14-4 early in the ball game, and they just slowly but surely climbed back into this one, doing a good job on the offensive boards, and now they lead in rebounds, 41-39.
Jordan to the line for two. Aguirre about to check in. Charles Davis about to check in.
Number 23, Mark Aguirre. Number 22, Charles Davis. Both checking.
And they're going to miss Scottie Pippen here, his ability to shoot that three-point shot, give them another outside shooter. And I would think perhaps in another minute or so, if he's going to make a run at it, Doug, that is, that he may bring Paxson in to go for a three-point opportunity to get back in. But right now, this is a pretty good lineup for Chicago.
Dumars up the floor. It's 94-85. You see the time remaining. Isaiah works against Jordan. It belongs to Chicago. Isaiah threw it away. 2:41 left. Well, if Michael's going to do it, he's got to get started pretty quick. Isaiah with a steal. Hodges tries to catch it. The little jump shot won't go. Rebound by Grant again. Down goes Dumars. Grant walks, and the ball goes back to Detroit. Now a technical foul has been called by Mike Mathis against probably Chuck Daly. I don't really know.
I think it's against Isaiah, actually. Isaiah had a few words to say. Let's see.
It is on Isaiah. The ball will belong to Detroit after this tee. It's 94-86. Jordan now with 27. Paxson does check in, as Rick suggested he might.
Well, they're going to concentrate on Michael. You got to get your best shooters in the game now. You need to score a few quick hoops and maybe a few three-pointers to help them out.
Chicago hasn't scored a field goal in the last 4:45. Dumars works against Hodges and shoots the jumper. No, Sally the rebound. This time he looks to the hole and draws the foul and shoots 2.
5 on Michael. But that's a good play. See, that time he saw a path to the basket, took it strong to the hole, and that's the kind of plays you should make when you have that opportunity. John's done a good job with his offensive rebounding. Go watch the long shot again. You see they were kind of almost like zoning up. Now there's the long rebound, and Sally's able to track it down, makes the strong move back to the basket, draws the foul against Michael. An excellent play on Sally's part, who, again, has been a force on the offensive boards here in the late going.
And he puts the free throw down. That's his 4th point. Rodman and Aguirre out. They play offense, defense, do the pistol. 2:03 left. And they lead by 10. We enter the 2-minute period before Michael crosses the line. Hodges for 2, and he doesn't get them. Grant is hit with an elbow. He's down on the deck. Isaiah to the front court against Paxson, and a foul on Paxson. And Grant now just crossing the midcourt line. I don't know who got to him. Paxson's 3rd foul. And the free throws have pretty well won this game for Detroit. You can't call it over yet, but they're headed in that direction. With 1:45 left.
Yeah, and a lot of these fans anxious to try and see if they can get out of the parking lot within about an hour and a half.
Wish them good luck, boy. It's a jungle out there.
This makes the New York Long Island Expressway look like it's a freeway during rush hour compared to getting out of this parking lot.
Leaving this place is like the 59th Street Bridge at rush hour in New York. Free throw, no good. It's 97-86.
But they are correcting the problem.
Hodges for 3.
That should do it.
This series will be tied 1-1 when the teams meet again in Chicago on Saturday at Chicago Stadium. They play there again on Monday. CBS will have those games for you. We will be back here next Wednesday night. Rodman comes out of that mess with the ball, threw up a prayer, got no answer, drew the foul with 1:16 left. Horace Grant picks it up. Jordan has not had an overly good night. Grant has. He's played very, very well. Cartwright's had a bad night for Chicago.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jordan hasn't had a good night, and you can credit a lot of that to a man by the name of Joe Dumars.
Yeah, he's played him.
He played him so tough and made him work so hard tonight with some help from Rodman at times, but it was a great effort.
And Isaiah kept him very busy at the other end of the floor.
Exactly.
Grant with 20 rebounds, 16 points.
That's why it's important for Isaiah to play that way, as Chuck Daly was saying, to try and do that, because it puts so much more workload on Jordan's shoulders, and you can wear him down. He was tired coming into this series, so for the Bulls, it's very advantageous to them that they have a few days to give Michael Jordan and the rest of the players some rest.
99-86 is the score. Paxson with less than a minute to Corzine. Edwards got away with a push. Hodges on a drive. He goes to the deck, no whistle. Down goes Rodman, no whistle. Rodman partially blocks that shot, then a foul. And another technical is gone. It's on Rodman. Aguirre will come in, Rodman will go out. I guess somebody will go out. Chuck Daly makes no bones about it. He tells Rodman, sit down and zip it. So the technical is good. Chicago in the last 6-10, Rick, without a field goal. That'll get you beat.
Yeah, that's for sure. That'll get you beat, especially on the road against a good team like the Pistons, who, as the game went on, they seemed to get more and more into game mode because they have not been used to playing against competition other than themselves, and that really has hurt them. But they did what they needed to do. They got the win. Now Chuck Daly will not have to put his team on the critical list. He made a good statement before the ball game. Talked about the fact that his team was actually in the intensive care ward, but they were in stable condition. But had they lost this game, it would move them to the critical list.
He's right. And they still have lost the home court advantage.
They're still in the intensive care ward, yes.
Whatever. All it boils down to is it's a best 3 out of 5, and Chicago has the home court advantage, and that all starts on Saturday. 99-89. Chicago 4 of 13 from the field in this quarter, and how often have we seen Detroit do that? Really shut their opponents down in the fourth quarter.
Did it many times against Boston, a couple times.
Milwaukee. Thomas. Nope, but they ran all of the clock, and they try to steal it from Davis, and they do, as a matter of fact. Dumars has it. To Sally, foul Davis, 2 shots with 14 seconds left.
Number 22, Charles Davis. As his third penalty situation. At the line for Detroit, number 22, Spider Sally.
So Sally shoots 2. Davis and Dumars talk it over. I can't tell if that was a friendly chat or not, but nothing came of it in any event. 99-89, 14 seconds left. Bob and Steve ready in the forum where soon the Lakers and Suns will have it. This is the 43rd attempt at the line for Detroit.
And as you saw by that graphic, Skip, Detroit doing what they have done so well during the playoffs, keeping the opponents under 100 points. Doug Collins, of course, would like to have gotten up to the 105 mark, and had they achieved that tonight's ball game, they would go away 2-0.
Well, they have proven they can play with Detroit. There's no doubt about that. This is going to be a whale of a series. And yet another foul, this one on Thomas, with 7 seconds left. Our thanks to our producer, Rohan Backfish, our director, Tom Smith.
I tell you, Scottie Pippen is walking very gingerly on his foot. He's got his shoe off, and I guess he had ice on it. And boy, I tell you, if that thing is broken for some reason or some kind of a fracture, that will be perhaps a death blow to the Chicago Bulls' chances. There you see Scottie going off the court, limping on that foot.
That could be the big story of this night. We saw him hurt it, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And
that's
now
not a good sign.
Yeah, that's right.
Because normally if you stay warm, you can go on with an injury. But when that's hurt like that, it could very well be something more severe. More than likely it is.
100-91. You see the time remaining. John Long crosses the line, and it is in the books. Pistons 100, Bulls 91. That's the final here.